Welcome in to The One Who Got Away, our second episode. Thank you so much for joining us on this awesome Friday. Hopefully you're making it an awesome one. And I'm super excited because on this episode we have a dear friend by the name of Aimy Steele. Here is a picture of the beautiful Aimy. Oh my goodness, look at how beautiful she is. Look at that smile. Welcome to the show, Aimy. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm doing great, Barbara. How are you?
I am doing well. This is day 2 of The One Who Got Away, and I do want to give you some accolades, right? So you're a wife, mother, career educator. She's also running for state office for the North Carolina House, and she's also an entrepreneur. Like, you are truly when I envision Superwoman in the dictionary, there should be a picture of you.
You are too kind. You are too kind. And I'm only the perceived Superwoman because of the big support system I have. So thank you so much.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, Aimy, so when I first told you about this show, The One Who Got Away, I'm sure you thought I was talking about an ex, right?
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking about a guy that, was in your purview in the past and maybe he got away. And so how do we let that one get away? What are we doing about it now? Or, kind of what did we settle on? So that was my perception.
Yeah, I had to explain it to my hubby, right? Like, no, that's not what it's about. It's not about it. I got the right one.
I'm sure that was in order.
Yes, because I really want it to be about ourselves, right? Because I think no matter what phase of life we're in, it's very easy to lose a part of ourselves. And sometimes we lose the better parts, or the parts that kind of make us feel more alive and in control. So let's start in with you. I know you've got a lot going on. You're in the midst of this campaign. We're all dealing with COVID-19. Tell us how your life looks right now, and if you feel like there are parts of you that are, have kind of slipped away in light of everything that we have to deal with.
Yeah, so life is definitely different now. In the midst of this outbreak, I think we've all had to question what's most important in our lives. And it's really interesting because when you talk about kind of what got away from me personally and what my maybe sacrifices were early in life, they're a little bit different than what's getting away from me now. What's getting away from me now, which I'm happy about, are some of the extra pieces of fat that weren't needed in my life because of COVID. Like COVID is taking away the fat unintentionally. And so what we're seeing is more intentional focus on what's the most important thing that we have to do and kind of how we fit into those things, whether it's a career path, whether it's a new project or adventure or hobby, we're having to really focus in on that. So that's what I'm doing. And COVID's taking away some things that I'm pretty excited about. So that's been interesting, kind of losing myself in COVID. So that's been exciting. Like some of the extra projects, extra activities, extra, running here, running there, when there was really no rhyme or reason for it or no real matter of importance, but it was just something that I did because it's just how the routine went. Mm-hmm. So I am thankful for that kind of getting away from me now.
I love that you're sharing that, because I feel that same way. But in the middle of all of that, and now having more time to focus, and really it's intentional focus, now I'm realizing more than ever that the parts that did get away are I really miss them, right? And they would be great at this time in my life to be more spontaneous, to not feel so tied to what little type of routine we're trying to have in the house right now. So one of the things that I really am focusing hard on is the spontaneity. To say, because at the same time I've let go of I've trimmed the fat also, I also feel like the things that now I'm focused on, I should be able to pay more attention to, when in fact, the attention is still split, amongst other things. It's other people now. It's not other projects, it's other people. My daughter's at home, my husband's working from home a lot. So I feel a different type of stretching happening. And I feel like when I used to be like in my 20s and especially in my 30s, those are my golden years, girl, let me just tell you. I had it going on at 30, but I felt really spontaneous. Even though I had responsibilities, even though I was accountable to people, I was very spontaneous, and I'm working really hard because I think that would be the spark that would really not just tie the family together, but help us kind of get through this and become more united in the process. You know what I mean? So you've trimmed some of the fat. What is the one thing in your past or past part of yourself that you think you could pull in now to tie everything together?
Well, I think it's creativity. For me, I've always been a problem solver, kind of a person who went after, like, what's the solution? Like, all this information is coming to me. What's the solution? But I've kind of over the years become more measured in my approach because I deal with a lot of professional people. And so now I'm like, well, I'm home. I can be as creative as I want to. If I want to sew something up, I can. If I want to make fabric, make a pattern out of something, I can. I can do different things. So I think the element of creativity to working at home, to being at home, to having the kids at home is now what I'm able to bring into this new space. So it's quite fun.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned the word fun, and I can't think of a better segue than our love notes. So if you are new to this show, The One Who Got Away, by now we're not talking about some ex that we're trolling on social media, hoping that they got, fat and all that good stuff. We are actually talking about some of the best parts of ourselves that we let slip away. And one way to be intentional about bringing back those things that need to come back is something called Love Notes. It's a section that we have created. So there we go. Love Notes is all about just that. And I have one that I would like to share. Now, this is a different one from what I did yesterday, and I will have a different love note every episode. So I have a little background music to go with mine, and after I do mine, Amy is going to share hers. I love this part of the show, even though it's kind of intimidating. All right, so here we go. Amy, are you ready?
Ready.
This is a short one, but it's very meaningful for me anyway. Has a little nice vibe to it, right? Hello, smile. I was happy to see you today. So bright, so much light. When you let your pearly whites introduce you to the rest of the world. You haven't been out too much lately. I could tell because the folks around you, you know your tribe, they had a little quieter, solemn kind of vibe. Now, I understand, look, we all have to take a hiatus now and then to regroup, recoup some of that energy so that we can be our best selves. I get it, it's cool. But just for the record, I miss you when you're away. And so does your tribe. They miss that vibe. So do us all a favor and stay just a little bit longer this time around. And don't be the one who got away.
I love it.
Thank you. Do you ever feel like sometimes your smile escapes you, that joy that kind of comes inherently when we smile? Does yours ever go away? I can't see yours going away.
It does. It does in different parts of the day. And then I have to remind myself that, hey, you can smile. Everything's okay. No one is in a situation that we can't appreciate. So just get through it and start smiling. And a smile, when you actually force yourself or make yourself smile or tell yourself just to consciously smile, you feel better. So.
You do. And you know what else? If you're talking, it changes the conversation because the muscles in your face they're acting differently. They are flexed differently, and it actually changes your voice. So there's a lot of power to that smile, whether you're seeing it or hearing it through conversation. No one has to be in front of you for you to tell that there's been an uplift in the conversation and in the vibe. So thank you for your feedback, darling. Are you ready for your love notes?
I am ready.
All right, grab that paper of yours. Let me get your music going. And when you are ready. Oh, wait, I turned the music down. My bad.
Okay. Hey, you, Miss Adventure, Miss Problem Solver, Miss Intelligence. Where have you been? You're so bright, so innovative, so witty, so amazing, so wise, so anointed, so loving, and so creative. Miss Problem Solver, creative, and innovative Amy, go ahead and be something else. As your grandma Beth and your big mama Maddie Lee Williams would always say, girl, you are something else. Be the light that let others know that you can be anything you want to be. You can go anywhere you want to go and create anything you want to create. Go ahead and be something else. Help women, help men, and especially help children realize they are gems waiting to be mined into greatness. Help them exercise their God-given light and ability to magnify their purpose above else on this earth. Miss Adventure, let go and turn loose on this world. They ain't seen nothing yet. You are a boss, a leader, a kind and motivational, take charge kind of gal. Be you, boo. Don't shy away from being the most authentic version of yourself. Go ahead on. Be something else, Miss Adventure.
Ooh, I love it. Look, I got a little something for you here. Wait. As I learn this technology.
Yay!
I love that. So how did that feel, first and foremost, to write that to yourself? Because I know every time I kind of bring it up to folks, they're like, wait, what? You want me to do what?
Well, to write it to myself felt liberating, but to say it out loud felt amazing. And it felt like an affirmation, like a series of affirmations rolled all into one with a really positive music and vibe and song that helped to make or strengthen the affirmation. So when I said it out loud, it was just so powerful. So, and saying it over and over again makes it even more powerful. So I'm thinking I may need to record it and hear it when I'm on my morning run, or say it out loud once a day or something like that. Like it's truly transformative. I will not throw it away.
Yay! Oh, that warms my heart, because that's really what I'm hoping to. I know there's so many movements out there, and so many of us are really focused on that critical self-care and self-reflection, which I'm so happy to hear and see and read about, and I just want to be a tiny little grain of sand in that entire mix. And so if this creates even, a dozen people, men and women, who start to do this, I just feel like it can really move a lot within our lives, within our souls. And I'm excited that is something that you plan to hold on to and
Yes,
fine
it is a
tune. I'm sure
very
you'll write different letters, right? Maybe, this show is going to have a different theme every month, if not every week. So I've planned to start sending out like writing prompts, like start your letter with this and just let it kind of flow from there so that we're reaching all those parts of ourselves. And I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of evolving as we go, but I'm so excited. And I'm so proud of you for doing that. And I thank you so much for sharing that and allowing yourself to be vulnerable.
You are more
Miss
than welcome, and I'm so proud of you as well. Great initiative, great show, especially for such a time as this. So
Oh,
good job.
thank
In
you.
the words of Alicia Keys, good job.
You know what? Boy, you've got all the segues for me because that's going to segue into our either or. This is our fun little segment. We went 60 seconds yesterday, but then I was having so much fun with Danielle, we stretched it to 90.
Oh,
So, in this segment, we're just going to spend 60 to 90 seconds going over either or scenarios. And I'll share the same one I did yesterday because we had lots of fun with it. So, please say the first thing that comes to your mind. Don't hesitate and don't hold back, okay?
okay.
All
All
right.
right.
So, let's give you the scenario. You are running out to a meeting, right? Maybe it's a campaign meeting, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, you just got off of your calls and you're like, I gotta be there and I'm still here. And you can grab one thing in to add to your purse. Would it be lipstick or lip gloss?
Lipstick.
Ooh, red or pink?
Red. Red is power.
I see you have some on today. All right, red power lipstick or mascara?
Red power lipstick.
Oh, okay, you're sticking to that. I love it. I love it. Starbucks or wine?
Starbucks, for sure.
For sure. Are you a morning bird or night owl?
Morning bird.
How early do you get up?
5, 6, 7, somewhere in there. Before COVID, 5. After COVID, 6, 7-ish.
Right, ditto here. All right, so are you more of a pizza or wings kind of girl?
Pizza.
Yoga or the elliptical?
Ooh, yoga. Peace, honey, peace.
All right, talking about peace. Mike Clooney or Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt.
Idris Elba or Shamar Moore?
Idris. Idris, Idris, Idris.
And again, we say Idris. All right, when it comes to music, R&B or reggae?
I'm gonna go with reggae.
All right, rap or jazz?
Jazz.
Now, if you had reggae or jazz?
Probably reggae.
All right, we got 7 more seconds here. When it comes to music, again, India Ari or Alicia Keys?
Well, that's a toss-up, but I'm gonna go with Alicia because of her new song she just recently released. Good job yesterday. She's so powerful. So Alicia.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for that exercise. I love doing those impromptu kind of either ors because it's just fun. It's just fun.
Yes.
I'm gonna have to check out her new song too. I know she did something live, right, on CNN this week or one of the town
Yes.
halls.
So yeah, her record label collabed with CNN. So CNN did the footage, and then she wrote the song and actually wrote it a few months ago for her mom and other people that she noticed were having a hard time in life. And they just woke up early and always went to their jobs, and they did a good job, but they never actually heard good job. So she wrote that as a tribute to them, and it hadn't come out in production yet. So then she went back to the studio. Well, it was produced on a video, but not like with images, just the lyrics. And so now it's really being made into the song for COVID-19. But CNN added some footage to it with service people, people who are on the front line, healthcare workers, etc. And so now it's turned into this big phenomenon. But it's called Good Job. So it's amazing.
Oh, I love it. Thank you. I will definitely go back. I think I recorded that and check it out. I do love her. I love that she's really been a trendsetter in a lot of ways that, she's kind of that real talk woman. India Ari is too. I mean, she's deep.
Oh, yeah.
And to talk a little bit more about Alicia Keys and how, like, the no makeup movement and all that, like, those are things that I just think really help kind of ground us so that we're not tied to, makeup and things to make us enhance us from the outside in. Although I'm gonna tell you, if it's between lip gloss and lipstick or mascara, I'm grabbing that mascara. Just putting it
Are
out
you?
there. Well, my last name is Lash now. So, my married name is Lash. It used to be Pinson, so whatever. But since it's Lash, I gotta make my lashes. Can you see them from the side?
And your lashes are beautiful. They're always beautiful. Your eyes are beautiful. But yes, I'm
Thank
still
you.
going after that red power lipstick because
I hear you,
I
girl.
don't like lips that wash out, like they just wash
Oh,
out with my
mm-hmm.
look. So I would take the Alicia Keys no makeup look, but with red power lipstick.
If someone were taking me through this quiz, I'd be mini lipstick and mini mascara. That way they can both fit in the purse. I mean,
Now
yeah,
that
mini
is an
lip gloss.
invention. One
Oh,
at
one
the
on each
one end
side.
and one at the other end. Yep.
Innovation. You said creativity. All right.
Super glue it together.
Hey, if you guys put that together and create it, come on the show. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
All right. So one last segment before I let you go, if you don't mind, and it's really our tip segment, only because I can't think of a better name for it right now. But
Right.
just a little something, one or two, because I know you had a couple. One or two things that you do in your life now, and maybe you've done it for a while, that you find really help in keeping you center focused. Because if we're taking care of ourselves, we're better equipped to take care of those around us. So give us one or two that you really, really love and would love to share.
Sure. So one of the main things is just praying and journaling, and so those two go hand in hand, even though it's two things. But when I go to my prayer closet in my master bedroom closet, I have prayer requests on the wall, and my vision board is on the wall, and I pray over those things because that's what I want God to do or manifest in my life. And also, even if you read secular books that talk about the power of spiritual manifestation, it really boils down to writing down and having an image of what you want before you. So I do the vision board, the prayer request, and then I also journal, what's on my heart, what's on my mind, what I'm thinking about. And then as I do my daily devotion, I write about things that come to mind that I need to apply the daily devotion or the scripture to for that day. So it's really helpful. And then in COVID, so that's a whole process. But then during COVID, one of the things I started doing is running. So I run every day. I've
Say
only
what
missed
now?
about 5 days running, like running,
Okay. Yeah, all right.
jogging, running. Yeah. So it's really been helpful because it helps to get my body going. And I don't feel like I'm losing a bunch of weight or I'm trimming up or anything like that. What I feel though is that I feel my heartbeat or heart rate increasing, and I feel a sense of like enlightenment. Like the day just opens up after I run, come back, take a shower, and then I start the day. And it feels so good. And when I don't run, I feel sluggish. I feel
Oh.
like, yeah. So it's really helpful to take a daily run and really just kind of get those endorphins going and exercise because I don't like traditional exercise. I can't
Right.
stand being on an elliptical or a treadmill and just running in place. I just think that's so boring. The other day, I got chased by a dog. It was a little dog, but I got chased by a dog nonetheless. That is a pretty exciting workout because there's nothing that makes you run faster than being chased by a dog
But
when you
you're
don't
not
like
supposed
dogs
to
because
run
you got
from
bit.
dogs. You're not supposed to run.
Well, I was running and the dog thought it was fun and he came after me. And so, that is a non traditional exercise. Okay.
Yeah.
So it was great. But those are the two things that I did the first one definitely before COVID. But now, after, journaling routine, that's great. But now I get the exercise in and it just makes me feel great. So
Wow. How did you start? Because are you a runner or were you a runner and you just are getting back into it?
I am not a runner. I did run track when I was in high school, but I'm 40 years old. So really that doesn't count anymore.
You look
So
good, girl. You look good.
yeah, that don't count no more. So I actually just got out there and ran up. My neighborhood street is really long. It's like 1.7 miles. So if you run down
Oh.
it and back. And so I ran down it and back and made it up the little hills. And I was so proud of myself that first day that I really, really tried hard to run up those hills. And I didn't stop. Like I didn't walk or anything. So every day from then on, I was like, oh, well, I can do it. I did it the first day. So now I'm going to do it every day. And I just decided that I'm going to run the whole way. I'm not going to walk. So I ran and ran back, and I just keep doing it. So now I listen to podcasts. I listen to His and Her Money podcast. I listen to my podcast, 210 podcast. I listen to preaching or music or whatever. So just very fun. It's a very fun part of my day.
Oh, I
And I
love.
hate running, by the way. I hate running.
Well, I do too. I don't think one should run unless they're being chased with a machete. Other than that, no. No.
It's just
Why?
not okay.
Well, Amy, thank you so much for sharing that. I've been thinking about that, but every time I can't get past the thought of not liking it. So maybe you will
You just
inspire
gotta go
me.
do it. You can't think about it. You just gotta do it. There are some things in life you absolutely cannot put any thought power into. And then there are other things where you should think about it for a very long time before you do it. Running is one of those things. Just don't think about it. Just put your stuff on. Don't even tell yourself that you're putting it on to go running. Just say you're putting it on to see how you look, and then casually go put your shoes on and then make it on outside.
So trick yourself into going. I got you.
Yep.
I got you. I like little mind trickery. I'm with you.
Yep.
Well, Amy Steele, it has been a joy and such a privilege to have you on The One Who Got Away. I appreciate you, your tips, your candidness, and sharing your love note with us. So thank you.
Thank you, dear.
And thank you all for tuning in to The One Who Got Away. Episode 2 will be back on Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern, more or less. We're still working out some kinks with the technology. Nonetheless, we will be here live, and you can always catch the replay. We're going to also find a way to broadcast to Facebook simultaneously because I hear all this software can do all these wonderful things. So we're going to put it to the test. But I look forward to hearing from you, and we'll be rolling out more information as we continue to grow our community. But for now, have a fantabulous weekend, and here's to your legacy.